Today on Who is That Saint? We meet a man who never founded an order, never preached a sermon, and never set foot in a palace. And yet he's the patron saint of farmers, the pride of Madrid, and one of only 5 saints canonized on the same day as Ignatius of Loyola, Francis Xavier, Teresa of Avila, and Philip Neri. Not bad for a guy who just plowed fields and prayed a lot. Saint Isidore the Farmer, also known as Saint Isidore Labrador, was born around the year 1070 in Madrid, Spain, back when Madrid was still a small village. He was named after Saint Isidore of Seville, but he didn't share that Isidore's scholarly fame. Our Isidore couldn't read. He never went to school. He worked the land from a young age. Isidore's life was simple: prayer, family, and labor. He was a day laborer hired to work on the estate of a wealthy landowner named Juan de Vargas. But what made him different, what made him holy, was how he prioritized God above even his work. He would attend Mass every morning before heading to the fields. He prayed constantly, so much so that some of his co-workers accused him of slacking off. The landowner came to investigate. But what he saw changed everything. Legend says that when Vargas went to confront Isidore, he found him deep in prayer, while 2 angels were guiding the plow across the field. Whether literal or not, the meaning is clear. Isidore's devotion didn't slow his work, it multiplied it. Other miracles followed. He struck the ground with his staff, and water sprang forth to save a dying servant. He fed crowds of hungry beggars with barely enough food for one family. He rescued animals, revived sick neighbors, and healed broken marriages, all while working the fields with humility and joy. Isidore married a woman named Maria Toribia, now known as Blessed Maria de la Cabeza. Like her husband, she was deeply devout. They had one son who died young, after which they dedicated themselves fully to prayer, service, and charity. Maria lived much of her life in seclusion and prayer, and like Isidore, she too became known for miracles. Together, they're one of the holiest married couples in Catholic history. Isidore died on May 15, 1130, after decades of quiet holiness. But that wasn't the end. Years later, during a time of drought, his intercession was credited with bringing rain. His body was exhumed and found to be incorrupt, completely intact, a sign of sanctity. Miracles continued. He was canonized in 1622 by Pope Gregory XV, on the same day as 4 spiritual giants of Spain and Rome. And the message couldn't have been clearer. You don't have to be a priest, a nun, a mystic, or a martyr to be a saint. You can work a plow. You can dig a ditch. You can haul water and still haul souls to heaven. In fact, sometimes the holiest thing you can do is just show up, do your work with love, and keep your eyes on God while your hands are in the dirt. Today, Saint Isidore is the patron of farmers, laborers, and rural communities. He's honored in Spain, across Latin America, and even in the US, especially among Catholic agricultural communities. He's also a powerful intercessor in times of drought, famine, and hardship. In an age where ambition is often measured by how far you rise, Saint Isidore shows us that greatness can be found by going deep, into the soil, into humility, into God. He didn't rise above others. He sank his roots into the earth and let grace grow out of the ground. Are you tired of being unnoticed? Of doing repetitive work no one thanks you for? Saint Isidore reminds us that the ordinary can become sacred when it's done for love of God. You don't need applause. You don't need influence. You just need faithfulness. Let the world chase headlines. Let you chase holiness. Quote of the day: God will bless the work of your hands, if you give him your heart first. Saint Isidore, traditional attribution.